Hi, this is Ed Fullman, and this is another in a series of videos designed to give you an introduction to Foxtrot Code. This one's going to focus on the marketplace, which is the front end of Foxtrot Code and how you get into the system. I'm going to walk you through some of the functionality, briefly show you how to get to the back end, and then we'll have in a second video a description, video specifically about the codeless development environment we call the Fox space. So when you reach Foxtrot Code at foxtrotcode.com, you find yourself on our homepage. And once you've logged in and you're in the system, and you can get there if you don't have a login by clicking on Start Free, which is prominently shown when you're not logged in. And you can get a free account. All we need is your first name and last name and your email to sign you up. And then, as we discussed in previous presentations, there are paid subscription levels for various kinds of additional capabilities beyond the free tier. But I am logged in as myself, and I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough. So there's lots to do on Foxtrot Code. There is documentation and a blog and other things for you to look at to get a better understanding. But the website itself is specifically like getting started and product details and what other kinds of services we provide are available for you to get an overview of the platform. What I'm going to focus on today is primarily the marketplace functionality and what you can do inside some of the specific capabilities of the marketplace versus the overall website. So first off, let's look at groups. Groups are the way that you would collaborate on Foxtrot Code, and they give you the ability to create a private environment that only your organization is even can be aware of, where you can exist together on our platform, working together on your algorithms, using our technology to help you build things, and do that completely privately without anyone knowing. You can make it private and hidden so that only somebody who is invited can even be aware that the group exists. And this is what a lot of teams and organizations would do. But inside one of these groups are a variety of tools to help you collaborate together. And specifically, as you can see, there are a number of people in this group, and they can communicate with each other. But the functions that are available to them beyond the hosting environment are the ability to post messages and updates to each other as a group. You can look at things that are about specific things as well within this view. We have forums, traditional support thread type forums where you can answer questions about your algorithm or some project that you're on. You can calendar events here that will drive people getting emails and participating in some activity together. You can take your algorithms that you've created and you can list them and tag them so they only show up in your private and hidden group. So only your team will be able to see them. You can review who's a member, send invites to others if you're allowed. The other selections are to have the admins be the only ones that can invite. And then you can manage the setup of the group if you have those credentials, which could be reserved only to the person that creates it, the admin, or the admins for the group. So these are all functions that you can use inside of a group, and what this enables you to do is create a group for a project or a team or an organization and be able to share inside of that spectrum information that makes sense to help people in the process of building an algorithm. It's completely free. You can set up as many of these as you like. It's up to you. And you're in charge of them. We are not. So that is how you can collaborate together. Inside of your account, once you're logged in, you'll see a private view of that same data as it relates to you only. So if you want to look at what people are talking about, or you want to look at the algorithms that you've created, all of that is available inside your group, very similar, or inside your account, very similar to the way it would be in a group. So for example, you can see a couple algorithms that I have on the platform that are shown up here, right? So here's one related to the CDC. Here's another one related to the crime and so forth. And you can see I can see my activity, edit a profile that people can be able to access or not, what forums I'm involved with, what groups I'm involved with, and any direct messages between people, which are private as well. So those are two of the major functional areas of the marketplace and the overall environment. The next place I want to take you to is marketplace algorithms. So the key to this is reusing algorithms, right? And what you want to be able to do is two different kinds of things. One would be use an algorithm that was built for your team by someone else as a starting point for your work or to complete your work. The other option would be to take an algorithm that was built by someone else and do the same thing. Algorithms can carry a cost or not. For example, this one that is a CDC ER survey called the NAMCS, which is a very complex database that is produced by the CDC annually. This particular algorithm has no cost to it, so it's granted to you as an MIT license. But to get it, whether it had a cost attached or not, all you have to do is hit this download button and accept the terms. Downloading is a process where we will put a clone copy of this algorithm in your development directory, and you can do with it what you want within certain limitations. And if you like it, if it works for you, you can check out with it and pay for it as it needs to be paid for. It's a monthly price that the author assigns. If there was a price, you would see it right here. But there's no cost to develop with it, zero cost. So you can download it, build with it, test it, make sure it works, maybe get approval from whoever you need to get approval from, and then basically check out and get a production copy that you can use in production. So in this way, you'll be able to collaborate whether internally or externally. So you'll be able to download a copy of somebody's work inside your team or your company that's been provided to you, you've got access to it, or from the community. Either way can be done here. The process of getting something onto the marketplace, whether privately or publicly, is equally simple. You essentially go to your marketplace dashboard, which is like a private store for you. Because you've got an account, if you had created some algorithms, they would show up on this list. These are ones that I've created, and you can then import them, and in 4 steps essentially fill out basically what you would see on something like Amazon for dog food. But in this case, it's to help people understand how to use your algorithm. And you can include videos like this one and all sorts of information to make it easy for people to use. So once you're at the point where you're working that way and you've built something that you want to get a production license for, you can check out. The other thing that you can do at this stage is if you're selling your algorithms, you can look at your earnings and orders if you're an entrepreneur or if your organization is entrepreneurial in nature. And then there are some other functions here that you can use, some resources to help you understand what it is to use Foxtrot Code and how to get started with it. Definitely I would check out the Getting Started page, which lists the various functions that are available at a high level and helps you understand how to do it. So this is a quick overview of the marketplace. What I'm going to do now is take us to the place that you would see once you log in. So when you log into the platform, you are automatically dropped off right here to the Open Development Platform page and button. And from here, all you got to do is click the green button, and it securely opens up your Fox space, your development environment, and you can go to town on your algorithms. So look for more information on that in the next video. Thank you.